A hidden lie in a united church. The story of Ananias and Sapphira. The Book of Acts, chapter 5. In the early days of the Christian church, something remarkable was happening. The followers of Jesus were deeply united. They prayed together, shared meals together, and cared for one another like family. No one considered their possessions as theirs alone. If someone had extra, they shared it. If someone was in need, the community stepped in. It was a powerful picture of generosity and trust. Some people even sold land or property and brought the money to the apostles, so it could be used to help everyone. One man named Barnabas did exactly that, and he was respected for his honesty and generosity. But not everyone who gave had the same heart. This is where the story of Ananias and Sapphira begins. Ananias and his wife Sapphira owned a piece of land. Like others, they decided to sell it. But instead of being fully honest, they made a secret plan. They agreed to keep back part of the money for themselves, which, by itself, was not wrong. The land was theirs, and the money was theirs. The problem wasn't what they kept. The problem was what they pretended. They wanted the praise that came from appearing generous, without actually being truthful. Ananias went first. He brought part of the money to the apostles and laid it at Peter's feet, acting as though it was the full amount from the sale. But Peter, guided by the Holy Spirit, looked at Ananias and said something unexpected. "Why has Satan filled your heart to lie?" Peter asked. "You didn't lie to people. You lied to God." In that moment, the truth was fully exposed. Ananias wasn't forced to give. No one demanded all the money. But he chose to deceive. And immediately, Ananias fell down and died. A deep fear spread through everyone who heard what had happened. About 3 hours later, Sapphira came in, unaware of what had taken place. Peter asked her a simple question. "Is this the full price you and your husband received for the land?" She had a chance to tell the truth, a chance to step out of the lie. But she didn't. "Yes," she said, "that was the full amount." Peter replied, "How could you agree together to test the Spirit of the Lord?" At that moment, Sapphira also fell down and died. The entire church was shaken. This wasn't just a story about money. It was a warning and a lesson. God was showing that honesty matters, integrity matters. A community built on truth cannot survive hidden deception. The church wasn't meant to be a stage for appearances, but a place of sincerity, humility, and trust. The story of Ananias and Sapphira reminds us that God sees not just our actions, but our intentions. We may be able to fool people, impress crowds, or hide behind good-looking gestures, but nothing is hidden from God. The lesson is clear and sobering. It's better to be honest and imperfect than impressive and false. Lessons from Ananias and Sapphira for the modern world. The story of Ananias and Sapphira may be ancient, but its message speaks directly to life today. First, integrity matters more than image. In a world shaped by social media, public recognition, and appearances, it's easy to want credit without full honesty. Ananias and Sapphira weren't punished for keeping money. They were judged for pretending to be something they were not. Today, the temptation is similar: to look generous, faithful, successful, or kind on the outside, while hiding truth on the inside. This story reminds us that character is who we are when no one is applauding. Second, honesty builds trust. Deception destroys it. Communities, families, workplaces, and churches all rely on trust to survive. A single lie can quietly weaken an entire system. The early church was built on unity and transparency, and God took deception seriously because it threatened that foundation. In the modern world, truth still holds relationships together, while hidden dishonesty slowly pulls them apart. Third, motives matter as much as actions. Ananias and Sapphira did a good-looking thing for the wrong reason. Today, we often measure success by outcomes alone. But this story reminds us that God cares about the heart behind what we do. Doing the right thing for the wrong reason still leads us away from integrity. Finally, this story calls for self-examination, not fear. The lesson is not to live afraid of making mistakes, but to live honestly. God values sincerity over perfection. When we fall short, honesty invites growth, forgiveness, and healing. Pretending only leads to separation. In the modern world, the message is simple and powerful. Be real. Be truthful. Let your actions match your heart, because lasting faith, trust, and community are built on truth, not performance.
Hi, friends. If you enjoyed this story and feel inspired, there's so much more where that came from. On this channel, we dive into uplifting, faith-filled content to encourage you in your journey. If you're looking for more inspiring Bible stories, lessons of hope, and moments to strengthen your faith, hit that subscribe button now. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Together, let's grow in faith and share God's love with the world. See you in the next video.